Welcome to the Gym Owners Business Podcast with Mel Tempest. The Gym Owners Business Podcast is proudly supported and sponsored by Thomas Plummer, MyZone, Creative Fitness Marketing, and All Smiles Creative. The Gym Owners Business Podcast is part of the Gym Owners Business Network, which is the industry's go-to online hub designed to better service the needs of fitness business owners. The Gym Owners Business Network is currently finalising foundation memberships, so if you're a fitness business that would like to gain valuable and extensive exposure to the Australian and global fitness industries, then head to gymownersbusinessnetwork.net to find out more.
Oh, well, good morning. It's Mel Tempest from the Gym Owners Business Podcast. And today I'm speaking to John Kelly. John Kelly, to me, is an absolute icon. He was involved in helping me establish some very successful group fitness programs when I opened up my club 15 years ago. He was then known as the Les Mills guru to go and speak to in Canberra. How are you this morning, John?
Look, I'm very well, thanks, Mel, and that's a very glowing introduction. I'm glad I made a difference to you, and I hope I've done the same for others.
You certainly have, and I still hear people talking about how you were so great at helping them implement the programs into their club, and you were great with customer service, and I believe that many clubs right across Australia are successful because of what you did do for them. So thank you very much for that.
Thank you.
Now, John is now involved in a new exciting business opportunity for the personal training market. So we're going from group fitness to personal training. Now, the personal training market, that involves a unique form of training for one-on-one or small groups, pretty much up to about 8 people. So firstly, JK, what is the name of the company you are now involved with?
Okay, look, the company I'm involved with now is called 20 Per Fit. Now, you can probably see that on my little chest there, but the name itself just references what the training actually is. So 20 minutes performance fitness. So 20 Per Fit. And, per fit is also a nice play on words for the word perfect as well.
So what is the unique form of training that you're now endorsing?
Great. Well, that's a short question. I'll give you a long answer, if that's okay.
Go for it.
Okay. So, look. Essentially, this is a program that utilises EMS, or electromuscular stimulation, or electromyostimulation, if you like. And some people may be familiar with what that is, but to give you sort of a bit of context on it, if you've ever gone to a physio and had the TENS sort of training where you've had the electrical stimulation to help contract a weakened muscle or to help a rehab, it's a similar sort of concept, but it's in more based on a functional training modality. So it's applied across the whole body if someone's actually training and doing exercise movements. How this is applied, first of all, it's in a German technology, so you can be well assured that it's sort of state-of-the-art stuff. It's applied in a suit, looks like a wetsuit from elbow to knee, but it has 20 electrodes in it that are applied across the major muscle groups. So you'll get your quads, your hamstrings, your glutes, upper and lower back, chest and abs, and biceps and triceps covered as people are performing these exercises. Now, what the benefit here is that it gives the user up to 150 times more muscular contraction as they're doing an exercise than they would by just performing it themselves, even with standard weight training. So beyond that, it gives them more bang for your buck, if you like, on the contractile force of the exercise, but also just the overall results from that exercise. So hence, in 20 minutes, they can get the same workout benefit as they could doing a gym training three days a week. That sounds like a big call, but it has been actually researched across the world over the last several decades. While it's relatively new in Australia, our unique concept is new because the wireless suit that I'm talking about is, as I just said, wireless. So it means there's a lot more freedom of movement, so people can perform different types of functional exercise, as well as not just be located at a studio or a gym to do this. They can actually go outside. So from the PT's benefit, it gives you a lot more flexibility to be out and about with your customers. The thing about it is it can also be targeted to a range of different users. Now, the research I mentioned before, going over several decades, and particularly through Europe, is it's been covered for seniors, for sports people, for exercise recovery, from injury recovery, a whole range of different things. And in fact, it's used extensively in Europe in over 600 facilities now, and particularly with sporting teams as well. A number of key soccer teams in Europe apply this as their pre-training conditioning or pre-season conditioning and recovery as well. So you can see it's got a broad use, and hence why I'm pretty excited to bring this. Well, not bring it myself, but to be involved in this as being brought into the country, because it has such a broad range of usage out there. And I think the key thing about this, the 20 minutes, from the user's point of view, it frees them up to not just have to be stuck at a gym. And I probably shouldn't say that to a bunch of gym owners who want people to be stuck in their gym. But it gives them the freedom to think that they don't have to spend hours and hours and hours of training, but they can actually have a broader use of their lifestyle, but still get the functional benefits of training in 20 minutes. So that was sort of it in a nutshell.
John, that was in a nutshell, and it sounds like a fantastic product. So as a club owner, or or even the smaller studio boutiques that are popping up everywhere, what are the advantages for us having this product in our club?
Yeah, look, so it can be absolutely great for a club. It can be used for studios, but also just the solo PTs out there that are listening to this podcast today. They'll get some benefit from it too, particularly because they can reach out to a broader market first and foremost. So I did mention, yes, this will appeal to your gym junkies or your regular users, people who appreciate exercise and are performing exercise now. They'll get a benefit with this as they really experience something different and unique in their training. And as I said, being able to get that increased contractile force in their workouts. So, for example, you get 90% of your muscle contractions used in this workout, as opposed to what you get in your normal training. And you can get up to 45% if you're a trained athlete. So with this, beyond that, you can get more bang for your buck, as I said before, than a regular training session. So for the PTs and the club owners, you can absolutely get a greater return on investment for that, because you've got 20 minutes you can play with a customer or work with a customer, which means if you think about that in an hour, that means you can run 3 potential clients in that hour. And not only that, as I said, you can be flexible. You can be at their home. You can be outside. You can be at your own studio, wherever you want to be. Now, the other thing I didn't mention about this is run off a proprietary mobile app. So you've got the flexibility then to just work with your iPad and the suit that the customer can buy. You could hire it as another option, but ideally they would have their own suit. And I should just go back to the suit, because one thing that will always come up is, okay, these suits are great, but what makes them extra unique? Well, I mentioned about that fact that it's a wireless technology that has all the muscle groups covered, and you get that contractile benefit. But also, it has 2% of a silver compound in there, so it's completely certified antibacterial, and it's a dry fits as well. So it's quite unique in that sense. So going back to that, but I think the other benefit there, Mel, is that there's greater retention of a customer, because there's less risk of injury, as opposed to using a lot of equipment-based trainings. And as I said, greater return on investment. I did mention you can have up to 3 clients one-on-one, but as you said in your intro, this can be performed with groups of up to 8. So a business owner would really think about the numbers there. If you had, say, up to 8 people in 20-minute sessions over an hour, I think that's a good return on investment.
I mean, I think it's a phenomenal return. And what I liked whilst you were talking then was the fact that, there's a mobile app and you can run it from your iPad, which means theoretically that a trainer, as you said, you don't have to be in the gym environment. You can be a mobile personal trainer who gets in their car and goes around, to the parks to train clients. Or what I really see this working well for is corporate wellness. So, a mobile trainer that's going into, corporate offices can actually be training CEOs and directors and their staff throughout their lunch breaks, or they could be running wellness days and they could be introducing them to this product. So that sort of leads me to the next question. Has it been used in Australia yet?
Yeah, look, it has. We've, as I said, we've got the unique branding of this particular type of technology here in Australia, but over the last 18 months it has been applied in a studio in Sydney. Over 70 members there have been using it consistently over that period. Couple of good case studies there. We've had one user that has lost 7 kilos, particularly around the waist where he wanted to lose it, and that was just over 8 sessions. Again, I'm going to qualify this as you normally would by not saying results aren't necessarily what everyone will get, but you can see that in a short period of time how someone can actually get some benefit from this who doesn't normally go to a gym. So this guy was a busy business owner in the local area and just happened to be sort of handy to the studio, so that made his time-efficient workout, all the better for him. The other case study I'd like to mention is a lady who has a neuromuscular condition. She couldn't squat. Something we take for granted, just squatting with or without weight, you'd be able to sit down and get up off a chair, for example. After several sessions of this form of training, because the actual training that EMS does, or 20 Perfect EMS, I should say, does help encourage greater muscle contraction even outside of using the training system. She was then now able to squat, basically. So, little things like that, they're the real things you like to see out in the industry. I mean, it's great to see people just getting fit and healthy, but people who have actually come from a state where they weren't actually healthy to begin with is always great to see. So, that's what's happening in the studio in Sydney, and we're looking forward to introducing this as a business opportunity for other users out there now.
So you've got great research backing the product, and you've got some fantastic testimonials. So for a PT, what is the actual business opportunity here for PTs? Yeah,
good question, Mel. What we're offering here now is the opportunity to utilise this system, the 20 Perfect EMS training system, under licence. What you'll get for that is obviously the rights to use the program. You'll get a whole range of support materials, including the suits, so that you can kick off with people straight away. We're launching some major marketing campaigns across Australia for consumers so that they can be more aware of this form of training, so that they'll be drawn to people that do offer the 20 Perfect EMS training system. We'll be doing that through various channels, including all the social media. So, which, as you know, is the key thing. I know you're an avid user of it yourself, so you'd appreciate if we can reach out to people that way. It's going to be a big market play for them. Also, as part of the business package we would offer is a range of payment systems and client feedback monitoring systems, so that they can be moved out of all the drudgery of the admin and background work, and just have all that time face to face with clients, and therefore get better return on their investment, but also better use of their time as well.
We're giving them a great package with very strong systems in place so the PT can focus on what they want to do, and that is to focus on results for the client. Now, what's really exciting about 20 Perfect is that you are launching at the Sydney Fitness Show in April at the incredible Darling Harbour.
Yes.
I absolutely love Darling Harbour. So please tell everybody about, what you're going to be doing at your national launch, how they can come and see you, and what's going to be going on over the couple of days that you'll be there.
Yeah, look, we've got a very active presence there. I know that the people that I'm involved with have gone to great expense and to a great length to really get this promoted heavily at that expo, because, as you know, it's a major industry event. So, and as well as not only just for the industry but for consumers. So it'll be a great way to spread the word. We've got a massive stand right at the entrance. So as someone comes in, they'll see us straight away. We'll be doing trial sessions over that period, Mel, so people can suck it and see, so to speak. They can try on the suit. They can have a sampling of that 20-minute workout. And believe me, once they've had that, they'll probably feel they've had enough of the convention by then as well. Look, there'll be opportunities for giveaways and competitions, so they can find out more about the licensing from me directly, as well as others that will be there. Look, we've got a presence outside of the expo in the whole convention centre. I won't say too much because I don't want to spoil all the surprises, but there's plenty going on that'll make people know about what we are and what we do. So we really love to see people there. And look, I encourage them to come along. And if they want to come along and try the system, I think first and foremost they should trial it, right? So you won't know what the experience is yourself until you've actually tried it, and then you can be really excited about how it would apply to your business. And I think that's always worthwhile in any sort of business decision anyway. So really happy for them to come along. In fact, what we'd like them to do is let me know in advance if they are going to be at the Fitness Expo, and I'll happily arrange those trials there. And if not, I can catch up with them at some other time and organise a trial. Again, experience the program, then get excited about how it works for your business.
So, John, obviously people sitting here listening now would be saying, oh, wow, I really want to go along and try that. But John keeps saying there's a suit. Is this suit difficult? Is this suit easy to put on? Tell us.
Well, look, it's actually very cleverly designed. It's like a wetsuit, as I said, but it's zippered at the back, but it's got a nice tag. You just pull it up. You can put it on yourself. It's a nice firm fit, and it needs to be a firm fit, Mel, if you think about it, because we're talking about the electrodes that are on the major muscle groups, so they need to be in contact with the skin completely. So, yes, you are in your birthday suit to begin with before you put on the 20 Perfect M suit, but then, as I said, it's completely antibacterial, and we'll have several suits there for people to try on while they're there. In the business package, of course, you get several suits, and it would be encouraged that you could also on-sell suits to your clients so that you can maybe a little bit of income stream from that, but more importantly, then they have no excuse not to come in and train with you as well.
Well, that sounds fantastic. So you've got a very big weekend ahead of you at the Sydney Fitness Show in April, and it will be at the Convention Centre there on Darling Harbour. Will you be showcasing the product at any other events in Australia this year?
Look, haven't come to that larger strategy there, but one of my major role in the organisation will be to get out and about and promote this to clubs. So anyone who makes an inquiry, no matter what city you're in, obviously I'll gather a few appointments in a city and I'll come out and see them. And myself, and there'll be also our 20 Perfect M's training specialist will also be out and about to help, who incidentally is a trained physiotherapist, so has seen this sort of training used functionally in a clinical environment, if you like. So that's always good to know. So look, broadly, yes, we obviously with other major events that are around, we'll certainly make sure we have a presence because that's how business is done. But we will certainly be out and about in the broader sense, face-to-face with as many people as want to see it.
Well, you're certainly going to be busy, John, because your phone has pinged about 5 or 6 times, I reckon, whilst we've been chatting. So there are definitely people that are definitely getting on the bandwagon of 20 per fit. Now, what do people need to do to touch base with you at the fitness show? But also, what can they do if they can't get across to see you, but they're really keen to get something up and running?
Perfect. Well, in both circumstances, just shoot me an email or call the 1300 number. Now, I'm just going to scroll and look at my email address because you know what? I don't memorise my own address. I don't have to write to myself very often. It's John Kelly, that's JOHNKELLY, at 20, that's the letter, but the number's 20 per fit, PERFIT, 20perfit.com.au. So John Kelly at 20perfit.com.au or info at 20perfit.com.au, and our 1300 number is 1300 202 073. That's 1300 202 073. They shoot me an email or give us a call. We'll line up their time at Filex if they're going to be there, or the Fitness Expo if they're going to be there. And if they're not going to be there, we'll certainly arrange a trial for them. By the way, Mel, here's something, a bit of incentive for people to
tell me.
Okay. You always get excited when I say incentives, don't you?
Yeah.
You're a true business owner, Mel. Okay, so if they contact us by email, for example, we're happy to put them into a draw for a trial session at the studio, and if they can't get the studio, that's fine. We'll arrange another way to have the trial session, and including a package of 20 first fit training products. So that's valued at about $675. Just contact us, even if the incentive isn't to win that prize. I think the incentive should be to find out if this is going to be a good business opportunity for you. And I will happily send them out some information, follow up with some of that research material if they're interested to see the real background on this. As I said, it goes over decades. We're not just talking this as a recent thing. This has been an experience that's been happening under clinical studies, under sporting and athletic studies, as well as under research for seniors and recovery and all that sort of area of study over the last several decades. So it's not new, but it's certainly new to the way we're presenting it here in Australia, and we really love to tell you more about it.
It sounds fantastic, John. Everybody that's listening today, you've heard John speak about 20 per fit. It's a fantastic tool that has some very strong research behind it, has some great packages for studios and PTs to set up and get a great return of income. So, I strongly suggest if you're going along to the fitness show that, look, you do stop by, you have a chat with John. There'll be plenty of people that know your face, John. As I said, you're a bit of an icon in the fitness industry here in Australia, and you've helped many, many clubs throughout the last couple of decades go on to be successful platforms for product that they're selling. So John, as he said, you can catch him, John Kelly, it's one word, at 20perfit.com.au. I'll drop all of John's details into the bottom of our podcast. John, I thank you very much for your time today. I wish you nothing but the best of luck at the Sydney Fitness Show in April.
Thank you so much, Mel. It's been a real pleasure, and to everyone out there, keep on doing great business in the fitness industry. It's a place to be.
It certainly is, and collaboration is the way to success.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work, Mel.
It does. Thanks, John. I'll talk to you soon.
See you. Bye now.